Hello Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Libra, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Libra, let's get started. We're going to pull we're going to pull the overall energy for this connection first, and then we'll pull some tarot. So we do have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So this could definitely represent somebody wanting to fix or repair things here with you, or maybe you want to fix or repair things here with someone. Of course, the feeling could totally be mutual, but let's see what it's more so leaning towards. We're going to focus on you first, Libra, and then we'll jump over to your person, their energy. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. How does Libra currently view this relationship? All right, Libra. So we do have the Knight of Pentacles, we do have the Two of Pentacles, and then we have the Three of Cups. This to me feels like, you know, the very beginning stages, I would say, of a relationship. Of course, for some of you, this could have a lot to do with somebody wanting to reconcile with you. So I'm getting two different storylines, Libra. So take what resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. But for those of you where you currently find yourself connecting with a fairly new person, kind of looks like things are unfolding really nicely here between you and this person. I'm also getting that your perception of them is changing. It kind of looks like you went from looking at them like they were out to get you, they didn't necessarily have your best interest at heart, to then having like a whole new perception of them. So you don't necessarily look at them in like this negative lighting anymore. It's basically what I'm getting. Now, I'm also getting that you're very determined to take things slowly with this person, which I feel like this has a lot to do with, you know, your past. Maybe you rushed things in a previous relationship and, you know, things just didn't work out between you and that person. So you learned from that experience the importance of taking things slowly with people and really getting to know people, you know, before you go off and make a major life decision with them. Now, if this has anything to do with, you know, somebody wanting to reconcile with you, Libra, I am definitely getting that your perception of them is changing. It's like you go from looking at them like they're the bad guy to then, you know, looking at them like, oh, okay, they mean well. Or, oh, okay, look, they're changing. Oh, okay, look, they're trying, you know, to change and, you know, work on this and work on that. So I see you more willing, I would say, to reconcile with this person because you're witnessing them change. But let's look at this human that you're connecting with. How does this person currently view this relationship with Libra, Sun, Rising, and Venus? All right, let's see what's going on. So we have the Ace of Wands, so the Six of Cups, and then we also have the High Priestess out here. If this is somebody fairly new that you find yourself connecting with on a soul level as well as on an intuitive level, they feel really, really good about you. They feel a very strong and intense connection with you, Libra. There's also a lot of desire that this person has to build and establish, you know, a relationship with you. Now, I don't see this person pushing, you know, for things to, you know, take that next level just yet, but I feel like it's only a matter of time before they do. So that's just something to kind of look out for. You know, I do see this person eventually wanting to take things a step further here, you know, with you, especially because of how they already feel. You know, they feel good about you in this relationship and the direction this relationship is heading in. So them wanting to take things a step further with you is very likely to happen very, very soon. So just look out for that. Now, if this is somebody that you already have a lot of history with, Libra, I do see them, you know, resurfacing back up here for you, obviously wanting to reconcile with you. With the High Priestess coming out here, this person feels on a soul level as well as on an intuitive level that they could pull this reconciliation off with you, which I do believe this person's intuition is definitely spot on when it comes down to, you know, them being able to pull this reconciliation off with you, because I do see you wanting to reconcile with them. But it is because you're realizing that this person is either putting in the work to change or they have actually changed. If, again, this is somebody that you have a lot of history with. How does Libra currently feel about this connection? Okay. If this is somebody brand new that you currently find yourself connecting with, I think it's hard for you to be open and receptive to this connection. Just go with the flow, okay? I think that this has more to do with your past and very little to do with this person. Maybe you've experienced really bad relationships in the past, causing you to be very guarded in this relationship, causing you at times to want to push this person away out of fear. So we do kind of see you struggling, I would say, with remaining, you know, open and receptive, you know, to this connection. And it could be due to past traumas. That's definitely a possibility, but you're trying nonetheless to be as open and receptive as you possibly can, and not allow anything from the past to, you know, affect you within your relationship with this person. One thing that I love about you is that you're self-aware. You're self-aware, which I absolutely love that about you. It's like the moment you start to notice you allowing past traumas and experiences that you went through with other people, you know, you're very quick to like remind yourself that, you know, this person is not your ex. You should really give them a chance and give them a fair chance at that. So I really do like that about you. You're self-aware. You know what I mean? You're self-aware. So yeah, I love that about you. Now, if this is somebody that you already have a lot of history with, I think that the energy you're harnessing is very normal. You know, as much as you're noticing them putting in the work to essentially change, you can't help, you know, but to feel like this person might turn around and disappoint you again. You know what I mean? I am definitely getting that, but I feel like you're trying your hardest, you know what I mean, to be optimistic. I think that you're trying your hardest to not hold whatever it is that this person has put you through over their head, okay? One thing that I do like is that if this person, right, for example, does turn around and disappoints you or lets you down or whatever the case may be, I do see you deciding to cross that bridge when you get there, instead of like worrying yourself to death day in and day out. What if they do this again? What if they put me through that again? What if they do this? What if they do that? So I'd also like that about you and what you're choosing to do moving forward. How does this person currently feel? Okay. Now, if this is somebody brand new that we're talking about here, it's only a matter of time, dude, okay? Before this person, you know, pushes for more out of you in this connection that they share with you. You know, through their perspective, they feel like, you know, they're ready. And I do see this person definitely expressing, you know, that to you, as far as like, you know, them wanting to build with you, them wanting a relationship with you, you know, things of that nature. So this is something that I do feel like you have to kind of like, you know, look out for. Now, here's my thing. Libra, when this person does push for more out of you in this connection that they share with you, don't get me wrong, I think that building a life with them is something that you're going to find yourself wanting to do with them as well. I just kind of feel like, because of everything that you've been through, taking things extremely slowly with a person is something that you feel comfortable with, right? Because it gives you that time to really get to know that person before you go off and make a major life decision with them. Now, it kind of looks like by the time this person pushes for more out of you in this relationship that they share with you, you're still not 100% you know, certain that this is, you know, the person that you want to go off and make major life decisions with just yet. Even though you can see the potential between the two of you, you don't feel safe or secure enough to make a major life decision with them just yet. It's not that you don't want to build with them, because you do want to build with them. You just don't feel safe. That's what it all kind of boils down to. You don't feel safe or secure enough to make a major life decision with them, you know, just yet. Like when it comes down to jumping into a relationship with them, you know, moving in with them, or them moving in with you, y'all getting a place together, starting a family together. Like, you don't feel safe and secure enough to make a major life decision with this person just yet. It kind of looks like you just need a little bit more time to really, really get to know this person and feel safe and secure with them first before you turn around and make major life decisions with them. You're just playing it smart, and you're just playing it safe. That's kind of what it all kind of boils down to on your end, Libra. And this has a lot to do with, again, past experiences that you've had with other people. Maybe you've rushed things in, you know, in the past, and it blew up in your face because you rushed things and you didn't take your time to really get to know that person. But then you ended up, you know, getting to know that person and learning, you know, that lesson in a very rude and hard way. Well, this time around, it kind of looks like you're very determined to not do that, okay? So here's the thing. When this person does push for more out of you in their relationship with you, you're going to find yourself conflicted. It's like a part of you is going to want to go off and pursue a life with them because you see the potential, but then at the same exact time, you know, we do kind of see a level of like hesitation coming from you because you don't feel safe and secure enough to make a major life decision with this person just yet. So I don't want to confuse anybody. It's not that you don't want to be with them, because you want to be with them. You just don't feel safe and secure enough just yet to make a major life decision with them. You don't feel like you know this person fully just yet to turn around and make a major life decision like that. Like when it comes down to like, you know, jumping into a relationship with them, getting a place with them, things of that nature. Now, if this is somebody, by the way, that you do have a lot of history with, one thing that I like is that this person's words are matching up with their actions. Like if this person's telling you, I'm going to work on this, I'm going to work on that, I'm going to start doing this, I'm going to start doing that, I'm going to stop doing this, I'm going to stop doing that. Like it shows through their actions, okay? And I think that this is what kind of has you in this energy of like, okay, yeah, look, this person really has changed, right? But you're still like, but what if they haven't? You know what I mean? But again, I love the fact that you're very determined to cross that bridge when you get there. If this person obviously gives you a reason to think that they have not changed, you'll handle that situation when it shows up. But as far as worrying yourself to death, day in and day out, what if they haven't changed? What if they do this? What if they, you're not going to do that, is basically what I'm getting. But they are putting in the work to definitely change, which is really, really nice to see. And I think that you're going to be extremely happy because of it. All right. Now, in regards to how you plan on moving forward, okay? We have the Queen of Swords. We do have the Four of Swords. And then we also have the Moon. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the World, and then we also have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Libra, when it comes down to this person pushing for more out of you in this dynamic that they share with you, instead of you going at a pace that you feel comfortable with, what we see you instead is just going at the pace that this person's going. Is basically what I'm getting. Now, here's the thing, Libra. When this person does push for more out of you in this connection that they share with you, I don't see you feeling entirely ready to go off and make a major life decision with this person. But because you really like them and you see a lot of potential between the two of you, I do see you signing yourself up for whatever it is they're pushing for, whether it's a relationship, the two of you getting a place together, the two of you starting a family together, the two of you getting married, whatever have you. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Once you do make this major life decision, once you do, okay, this is the energy that I see you kind of falling into, okay, which is an energy of, honestly, anxiety is like the best way that I can put it. Anxiety. You're experiencing a lot of anxiety when it comes down to this major life decision that you basically decided to make with this person. And we see you like, having a lot of anxiety because of it. What if I regret it later? What if it doesn't work out? Then what am I going to do? And what if this happens? And then what if that happens? You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like you turned around and made a major life decision with someone that you weren't 100%. Yeah, you turned around and made a major life decision with somebody that you don't feel 100% safe or secure with, okay? That you're not 100% certain of. And when I say that you're not 100% certain of this person, it just kind of seems like if you would have gone to know this person a little bit more, okay, you would have felt more safe, secure, and certain when it came down to this decision, of yours. But because, you don't really feel like you know this person that well. I mean, you know them, but not as well as you want to know them. You know what I mean? This is what's creating room for anxiety to come in and start kicking in, is basically what I'm getting. Now, if this is somebody that you do have a lot of history with, and they're showing you through their actions that they're willing to do whatever it takes to make this relationship work, I do see you definitely acknowledging the fact that they're putting in the work to basically change, Libra. However, a lot of you feel like the likelihood of this person disappointing you again is at an all-time high, because this person has disappointed you many, many times in the past. Now, again, instead of you freaking out over it, and thinking about it excessively day in and day out, what I see you doing instead is thinking of what you're going to essentially do if in the event this person does, disappoint you again. What are you going to do? How are you going to handle the situation? And if in the event it does occur, whatever you're planning on doing, if this person does disappoint you again, that is what I see you basically doing. If this person does turn around and disappoint you again. So a lot of you could be basically planning to, leave this person, if this person were to hurt you and disappoint you again, and putting yourself in that, position to be able to get up and leave this person if in the event they were to ever hurt you and or disappoint you again. So it's not going to cause you to have so much, you know, fear or, you know, anxiety or obsess over the, but what if they do this and what if they do that? Because you already know, okay, like if this person does this again, this is what I'm going to do in return, and this is how I'm going to play it, and this is how I'm going to go about it, you know? This to me just kind of feels like you strategizing. All right, how am I going to play this if this person disappoints me again? What am I going to do exactly? You know, just to have like a game plan in motion, for if in the event, you know, they do disappoint you again. You just want to like make sure that you're prepared, you know? Okay, now let's do this. In regards to what actions they plan on taking in your direction and are moving forward. If this is somebody brand new that we're talking about here, I can't emphasize this enough. This person feels like they know everything, everything that there is to know about you, hence why they're ready to take that next step, you know, with you. It's you that's like, oh, I don't know about all of that though. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what this person's pushing for. It could be a commitment, could even be marriage, because we do have the High Priestess to the Hierophant. Technically speaking, these two are married to one another. So it could be marriage that they're pushing for. That's a possibility. I'm not really getting children though. I'm getting either a committed relationship, marriage, or the two of you getting under some type of contract, like purchasing a house together, getting an apartment together, you know, renting a home, you know. So it's one of those things that I essentially mentioned, but you know, they're 100% ready to go. You know, they are 100% certain of you and what they want with you, and they're ready to get this ball rolling here. The thing is that you're holding this up, you know what I mean? Because again, you know, for the reasons why I already basically mentioned, yeah, for the reasons why I already basically mentioned, you feel like you're making a major life decision with someone that you don't really feel like you know as much as you would want. Like, how do I explain this? It's like you just wish that you would have gotten to know this person a little bit more before you turn around and make a major life decision with them. But I see you signing yourself up either which way, and experiencing some anxiety because of it. But nonetheless, you know, you might hold this relationship up for a little bit because this is you just kind of overthinking things and worrying about the what if this and what if that. But I do see you seeing this entire situation through. You know, I am definitely getting that. But if this is someone from your past, you know, Libra, I am definitely getting that this person is definitely putting in the work to change and become the man that you want them to be, or the woman that you essentially want them to be. You know, I am definitely getting that strongly. However, for whatever reason, there's times where this person's going to find themselves essentially feeling like you're not fully over the stuff that they essentially put you through. Maybe this person might, you know, at times feel like you're still hung up on the things that they put you through in the past, and you're still kind of, you know, affected by it. I am definitely getting that. However, even though we do kind of see that going on within your energy as far as worry and concern, they're going to disappoint you again. You already have a game plan in motion of how you're going to tackle the situation if in the event it were to ever occur and or happen. But I am definitely getting that in the near future, this person kind of suspects that you're not fully over the stuff that they essentially put you through. Even though you're not necessarily letting it show, it's just something that they're sensing and feeling. Then again, you guys are both very intuitive people. You guys are both very spiritually based people. So it makes sense as to why this person is sensing all of this from you, because I mean, it is a worry and concern that you have, but instead of you worrying yourself to death over it, you're gonna have a game plan already in motion for if in the event this person does, you know, disappoint you, is basically what I'm getting. But they're definitely trying. They're definitely trying to get this relationship back on track, you know, between the two of you. I am definitely getting that strongly. All right, so that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.